Gaming is dead, as we know it. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is probably the millionth video that you came across talking about the same damn thing. Well, guess what? It is. So, stick with it, because it's a long fucking rant, and I think we need to talk about it. Cyberpunk 2077, Starfield, and lastly, No Man's Sky. All of which I was extremely excited for, but you know what we got? Mixed fucking reviews. See, I don't know about you, but I can't help but reflect on my own journey with video games. To me, they're not just video games, but they're a unique form of storytelling, just like movies, books, TV shows. Basically, you ask anyone out there and they have their favorite show. Well, to me, it's just video games. Growing up, I used to love playing video games. They allowed me to venture into uncharted worlds, experience captivating narratives, and visit breathtaking places that I could only dream of. Video games became a means of immersing myself in tales so deeply that I could genuinely feel emotion, even more in the loss of a beloved character. These moments are what defined my true love for video games. But it seems like something changed. So imagine this. You come home from work, you pay bills, and you unwind by playing video games. A trailer for a game that you're excited for drops in 2013, and you never hear anything about it since then. Now here's the most depressing part. 10 years later, it finally drops, and ends up looking like this. Now you get what I'm trying to get at here? Building all this hype for 10 years just to leave you hanging like what the fuck has gaming gone into? Let's switch gears really quick and discuss one of the decade's most famous video game franchises, Assassin's Creed. Despite the release of a new installment every couple of years, the series consistently promises for innovation and change, and yet, when the reviews finally drops, it always seems to echo a familiar tune. I think it's finally time that we shift our emphasis away from dazzling graphics or state-of-the-art graphics, whatever you want to call it. Instead, let's prioritize crafting a compelling narrative. All I'm saying is I miss the days when Assassin's Creed was finally known for the great storytelling. I can't exactly put into words how I felt when I first played Black Flag because it's been a couple years ago, but out of all the Assassin's Creed games I've played, this is definitely by far my favorite. The sea strategies, everything like that. I've never used fast travel once in this game, and I think that's just a testament of saying how much like their content there is, but not just something that's boring, just something that you just want to just soak in everything about it. And I miss when Assassin's Creed games were like this. I don't know what happened.
And the 2021 Game of the Year is It Takes Two.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried there. It's finally a great game that we need to talk about. This game perfectly describes everything that I'm trying to say. Video games aren't fun anymore, and even if couch co-op is dead, innovate and adapt, and there's always going to be another million different ways to recreate that same co-op style, just like the old school days. And It Takes Two exactly did just that. This game has everything that I asked for in a video game and more. Switching up gameplay styles, point of views, different tactics, you name it. This game covers it all. This is what I mean when I say video games are meant to be fun. Every person that you experience this story with will all be unique, and that's what I love most about this game and its replayability. It isn't about playing the same story all over again, but rather with other people and create new memories from there. Up to this point, I can't recall of another great gaming experience I've had until It Takes Two came along. And with two video game bangers, A Way Out and It Takes Two, I'm very excited to see what the developers have in store for us next. So I gave you all reason after reason as to why I'm so fed up with modern gaming. But let me tell you my true unhinged rant that I wrote on Google Docs, which prompted me to make this video in the first place. And it's gonna be about MMO games. Look, I get it. We grow up, we have responsibilities, and we have bills. It's unfortunate, but that's just how life works. And out of all the bullshit that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, I miss the days we used to be able to hop on an MMO, bring a couple buddies, and just have a great night, mindlessly killing hordes of enemies. MMOs nowadays just feel lifeless and a huge grindfest that takes all the fun out of gaming. So I think I was in middle school when I first picked up MapleStory, and I've loved it ever since. Obviously, I don't play anymore. But at the time, I fell in love with it. Granted, we were in a different time period where we didn't have bills or anything like that. It was more of a stress-free life. But still, that excitement you get of like just coming home, hopping on with a couple buddies, that kind of feeling, it doesn't feel the same anymore. Every single MMO I've looked into kind of just feels bland, or just another like grind fest of what I mentioned earlier. They all kind of just don't really hit for me in a way. And I've spent the past couple of years looking for the best one that kind of like matches that feeling I used to like have when when I first booted up MapleStory, and it's all gone, and I don't know what happened to it, but it's just not there anymore, and it doesn't hit as it used to. And what's even crazier is that it's been almost a year of like constantly looking for different MMOs, and I've still yet to find the one that hits all those spots that I'm looking for in an MMO. This will be my very last final point that I want to make in this video, and we're going to talk about battle passes and loot boxes. It's getting to a point where I'm getting very sick and tired of seeing the same model being used for every single free-to-play game out there. This is going to be a very important thing to mention really quick about modern gaming and free-to-play games. Keep in mind that most of these players are young teenagers. By introducing a model that is seen in almost every single free-to-play game, it very similarly resembles gambling. And later down the line, it could create a bigger problem as well. And the thing that sucks is that I get it, video games are a business, they do have to pay their employees, but I feel like there has to be a better way of, having some sort of transaction and not always resorting to a model that's very close to gambling, I guess. That's just my personal take on it. Take it as you will, and let's just continue about it like that. I just want to take a quick second and thank you everyone who has been sticking around the channel and watching the videos, commenting, liking, etc. That's gonna go a long way, and thank you so much. Another thing also, before I forget, I genuinely am at a loss of words. The fact that some people I've seen in the comments have now been in my live streams when we play like random games where it might be, that's kind of amazing. The fact that we can just talk about whatever video I made and let's say topics around that like particular genre of video, whatever it might be, that's kind of amazing. The fact that we're slowly building community, and yeah, we can just talk about anything. Some things I may not know much about, or some things I may do, but that's just kind of the beauty of making a community. We can all learn together. So yeah, thank you all so much for this continuous support, and I hope you all watch the next one, or I'll see you next time, maybe in the stream. But peace, hope you all have a good one, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace, goodbye.